Well, it's silent movie night here at Get Out Those Old Records. I did not get any sound on that intro. Funny Bone, I'm sure you didn't hear anything either. Yeah?
No sound.
No sound. I hope the sound of our voices is making it through the airwaves tonight, or the digital packetry, as it were. But here we are. It's episode 44. Geez, that's how
44. It's
old
a
I once
huge
was.
milestone for us.
Yeah, it's a big milestone. It's a World Cup roundup, World Cup 2026, our part two, our final part. Just wrapping it up, and it's kind of a retrospective on the experience. But we're bringing to you some more music from around the globe based on some of the countries that were represented in the World Cup. Isn't that correct? Let's see. Do we have anybody in
Who
the
we
chat?
got tonight? The chat is lighting up with World Cup fans. They're playing their vuvuzelas.
Ooh, I hope not. Well, as long as we don't have to hear them. I hope they're as
No
silent as our
promises
intro
with
was
tonight's
tonight.
set list.
Yeah, so we have. Well, tell me which countries you're going to represent tonight, Funny Bone.
Yeah, we're gonna start off in the host nation, the USA, one of the great all-time American bands. And then we're gonna travel to the southern hemisphere and visit Australia, and back up north to Norway, and back down south to Paraguay.
Excellent. From my perspective, we are starting in Uzbekistan, traveling all the way over to Sweden, making our way, of course, over to the Islamic Republic of Iran, and actually listening to some music from pre-revolution Iran. And then back to the U.S. We're going to crash back into the USA. So do you want to get us started off, or should I read out what our poll's going to be tonight? I have not popped it in yet, but I shall during the first tune.
We'll hit the poll at the first breakdown.
Okay.
For now, let's ease into the music.
Yeah.
We're going to kick off with Steve Miller Band, Going to Mexico.
Pack my bag. Don't be too slow. I should have quit you, baby, a long time ago. Left you flat. This whip for Mexico. Don't try to stop me. Talking too fast. You and your friends, babe, you're all a thing in my past. You're much too slow. I'm going to Mexico. I got 4,500 miles to go down that southbound highway. think I know just why. Sorry, 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 sorry that I didn't go last night. Had a date at 7 with a girl named Bud. Then I just remembered, had a date with her. Sorry, 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 sorry that I didn't go last night. Yeah. Remember game this morning, wrote a message back. Said I was for my babe, think I know just why. Sorry, 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 sorry that I didn't go last night. Didn't go last night. Didn't go last night.
Yeah, all right. The easy beats there with Sorry. Funny Bone, that tore me up. That was beautiful.
Woo! Yeah,
Great way
it's
to kick off the first set.
Aussie garage rock.
Kinda, yeah. Got that feel. And the easy beats, definitely sort of connected to AC/DC, is my understanding.
Oh yeah, Australian royalty. The two founding members, Vanda and George Young,
Mm-hmm.
were the producers of the first few AC/DC records, and for George Young's little brothers, Angus and Malcolm Young.
Yeah.
And so, I just loved that track from the Easy Beats. Sorry, that was a #1 hit in Australia. Didn't chart anywhere else in the world, but they were definitely onto something.
Yeah.
Off their 1966 album, Volume 3, and I really liked to, as you'll see, pick out the Index albums, because our first track was Going to Mexico by the Steve Miller Band off their #5 album.
Early Steve Miller, yeah?
Yeah, and that's still his like very, very hard blues rock era, probably the last of it, before he started transitioning to the more sort of bright pop rock sound that he's known for.
Sure.
He co-wrote that song with Boz Scaggs.
Of course he did.
And it's actually Lee Michaels on organ.
Aha. Did not know that.
Yeah, fun little cameo. Steve Miller, if you go through his discography, you see all these guest musicians sprinkled throughout. You know, Paul McCartney collaborated with him at some point in this era as well. But you know, you'll see a ton of who's who of the great musicians of the era collaborating with Steve Miller.
Yeah. So that was the USA and Australia. How did they fare in the World Cup?
Well, the USA crashed out in embarrassing fashion in the round of 16. We all had high hopes until a certain politician peed in our oatmeal. And then, Australia didn't fare much better. They went out in the round of 32. They were Cinderella hopefuls at most. I think they were one of the very bottom spots of third place group finishers to make it to the round of 32.
Right.
But still, the fun football, the Socceroos lived up to everything they're known for, just sort of rough and tumble, grit.
And we got to hear Country Roads a couple of times anyway, which is nice. That's always nice.
Yeah, not during, maybe during the Australia hydration breaks, but definitely when the USA won.
Yeah. So overall, fun. And the World Cup's really all about just setting the politics aside, and I see the Olympics that way too. It's nice when you can set politics and differences aside, just to come out and play some sports, have some fun, and give athletes a chance to visit someplace new and experience a different culture and share their culture. So, Funnybone, we do have a poll up. And the poll reads as follows: the feel-good story of World Cup 2026 ? In other words, which of the following do you feel is the feel-good story of the World Cup? Cape Verde, England's third place finish, Erling Haaland and the Viking row, the Norway Viking row. And finally, the Scottish Tartan Army in love with Boston, their love affair with Boston. So, people in the chat, make sure you pull for one of those four, and we'll see how it goes from here. Up next, representing two of my teams that I chose were Uzbekistan and Sweden. And so we're going to start off with a band from Uzbekistan called Yala. And their version, their original hit, Uchkaduk. Here it is, Yala.
Горячее солнце, горячий песок, горячие губы, воды бы глоток. Горячей пустыне не видно следа. Скажи, караванщик, когда же вода? Учкуду, три колодца. Защити, защити нас от солнца. Ты в пустыне спасительный друг. Учкуду, Учкуду, три колодца. Защити, защити нас от солнца. Ты в пустыне спасительный друг. Учкуду. Таинственный страж, а может быть это лишь только мираж, а может быть это усталость и бред, и ниточку туга, спасения нет. Учку-ду, 3 колодца, защити, защити нас от солнца. Ты в пустыне спасительный круг. Учку-ду, учку-ду, 3 колодца, защити, защити нас от солнца. Ты в пустыне спасительный круг. Учку-ду. Защити нас от солнца. Ты в пустыне спасительный круг. Учку-ду, учку-ду, 3 колодца. Защити, защити нас от солнца. Ты в пустыне спасительный круг. Учку-ду. Любую учку-дуке расскажет старик, как город-красавец в пустыне возник, как синее небо сметнулись дома, и как удивилась природа сама. Учку-ду, 3 колодца, пусть над ним светит солнце. Ты в пустыне спасительный круг. Учку-ду, учку-ду, 3 колодца. Пусть над ним светит солнце. Ты в пустыне спасительный круг. Учку-ду, учку-ду, 3 колодца. Пусть над ним светит солнце. Ты в пустыне спасительный круг. Учку-ду, 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 учку-ду. I don't see through it, not a bit. Someone has found your heart to pieces. I try to take it as a weight. I have to make another reason. That's no response, no reply. I will convince you, at least I'll try. But the expression in your eyes is like a big black curtain in my mind. My love is just the thing for you. It's like a hot and burning fire. No one has thrilled me like you do. You never make me to retire. That's no response, no reply. I will convince you, at least I'll try. But the expression in your eyes is like a big black curtain in my mind. Yeah, that's no response, no reply. I will convince you, at least I'll try. But the expression in your eyes is like a big black curtain in my mind.
All right. We had a little no response there. Speaking of no response, there was no response from our streaming platform here. Our software, OBS, crashed. How do you like them apples? I assume we're streaming now. I just restarted it and hoped for the best. I didn't know if the YouTube stream is still working, but evidently it is. So we will carry on. As I said before, that was a band called the Hepstars, with a song "No Response," written by the legendary Benny Andersson in 1965, who, of course, went on to be an important part of a big band called ABBA after that. Sweden, incidentally, did advance from the group stage. They beat Tunisia. They fell to the Netherlands, and they drew a 1-1 result with Japan, which actually was a really good game. Their run ended in the round of 32 with a 3-0 loss to France. So sad for them. But, you know, I think overall they should hang their heads high over there in Sweden and be proud of what they accomplished. Before that, we heard Uchkaduk by the Uzbekistani band Yala, which that song was composed in 1981 when a couple of members of the band were visiting a remote desert city of Uchkaduk, which was a top secret Soviet compound built around uranium mining. In fact, the song was banned by Moscow. The officials feared that it drew attention to a state secret, their uranium mining operation there. But that didn't stop it from becoming one of the biggest hits, not just in Uzbekistan, but the entire USSR at the time. It hit the top of the pops after it slipped through onto a Moscow television station. It's a great tune. It's off the album Tri Kolotsa, which is mentioned in the song Uchkaduk. Tri Kolotsa means 3 wells. So I'm sure they were inspired by what they saw in that town. Funnybone, what you got?
Yeah, well, the first thing that stuck out to me first with Uchkaduk was I thought the harmonies stole the show for that record. Those were absolutely wonderful when they kick in the chorus, and then they turn it into a 3-part harmony at the very end there. It was chef's kiss for me.
Yeah.
And then the Hep Stars song, I think it was like a not so subtle nod, or should we say reply to No Reply by the Beatles.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely
it reminded me more of like the Swinging Blue Jeans. It had that real sort of swingy but beat, very beat sounding,
it was,
you know.
Well, it just felt very Lennon McCartney in general, and Beatlesy sound, but I'm sure No Response is like maybe a little tongue-in-cheek. No reply, right?
or just subconscious plagiarism on Benny's behalf. It was his first song that he wrote, and it was in response to criticism that the Hep Stars were just a cover band. And so he was, we could do original stuff too, and that was the beginning of his songwriting career. Was that song?
Yeah, I just always think of Benny as like clever enough to be like, we're it's like kind of.
He didn't even know English at the time too. I think he just used like an English Swedish dictionary to like put phrases together,
or just point. Words he was hearing on the British record.
And you could see the arc of it. I mean, he got much better at writing ABBA's songs in English. They're masterpieces. They're really, the lyrics even are. I would say
better than most native
really
English
good.
speakers.
Yeah. So Funnybone, we do have a spot. I think the original idea was to have a few more of these things for the World Cup. But the truth of the matter is, this is our final one. This is our wrap up. And so I'm going to play the spot for our new spot here. Here we go.
It's time for the Get Out Those Old Records World Cup hydration break.
And do you want to do the station ID honors?
You are listening to WGTR, Get Out Those Old Records podcast, spelunking musical gems since 2020.
And now a word from our sponsors.
World in television. The advanced video game system. Discover a new dimension in home entertainment. Like in television soccer, a game with unbelievable realism. You are really there, passing, tackling as the game unfolds within television's amazing camera scan of the field. In television soccer is a game for stars. See the Intellivision system and all its games for yourself, because nobody else can take you there.
See Intellivision and all its great games at these stores.
Wow. Amazing. High-tech video game fun with Intellivision Soccer.
I can't wait to play this game, folks. We got to play a demo in the WGTR studios, and it knocked our socks off.
And a special shout out, thank you to the folks at Intellivision for the fruit basket. I think that we enjoyed that immensely. Funnybone, you want to set up the next battery of tunes here for us?
Yeah, let's keep it in Scandinavia for the first half here. Sooltime. We're gonna visit Norway, and we're gonna hear from Frank Alexandersson with his song Kong Vinter.
Det är surt och kallt överallt. Snön har gett, tung och tätt. Kom vinter, du är kall och lång vinter. Jag vill sömn din sang vinter. Du är kall och lång. Lyden ifra snø og folkenormen går på ski i flokkevinter. De liker deg så godt. Tida di, den er så kort. Sola kjem, og du er borte. En gang så vil jeg dra en plass. En gang hen til det palass. En gang så vil jeg dra en plass. Kom vinter, du er kald og lang vinter. Jeg vil sang din sang vinter. Du er kald og lang. Det är surt och kallt överallt. Snön har gett, tung och tätt. Kom vinter, du är kall och lång vinter. Jag vill sömn din sang vinter. Du är kall och lång. Lyden ifra snø og folkenormen går på ski i flokkvinter. De liker deg så godt. I think of you, only of you, my love. Although you don't think of the pain I feel when I think of you. I think of you. Only of you, my love. When the moment comes that you accept me, I will be very happy. Meanwhile, our getting together is still very far. I will live in the world of dreams, in which I will continue loving you. I will continue thinking of Lo pienso en ti, solamente en ti, mi amor. Aunque no piensas en el dolor que me invade cuando yo pienso en ti. Yo pienso en ti. Yo pienso en ti. Yo pienso en ti.
All right. We just heard Yo Penso and T from Yodi. What was that? That was an absolute masterpiece, Funnybone.
That is a real gem of a find. I was so excited when I discovered this act. Yeah, that was off their 1975 album, self-titled IOD or IODI. I'm not sure how they like to sound it out. Before that, we heard Kong Winter by Frank Alexanderson off his
Synth heaven over there too. Two synthesizer suites, right?
Yeah,
Wow.
excuse my Norwegian here, but I believe it was off his Til Baka Til Meg Selv 1979 album. Kong Winter translates to King Winter in Scandinavian, which is sort of their equivalent of Jack Frost. But also sort of like they use it similar to how we do. It's just a general term for the force of winter weather. Whenever there's a big
of like
blizzard.
a cross between King Kong and the Abominable Snowman right now.
I was thinking the Winter Warlock.
Yes, Kong Winter.
Yeah. Frank Alexanderson, he's more of a cult hero in music lovers, curators scene. But his cousin Age was much more widely popular in Norway, and Age is considered, or I've seen him called the Bruce Springsteen of Norwegian pop music. So he was a little bit in his cousin's shadow, but still sort of like a musician kind of status. And then IOD from Paraguay, they are just a fascinating act. We might dedicate a whole episode to them, but the long and short of it is it's two brothers, Dirk and Jörn Wenger, and they're German Paraguayans. Their dad had a paint factory in Paraguay, and they made their own studio sort of off to the side of the paint factory. And part of what makes their story so interesting is that they're a very early incarnation of what you would call lo-fi music.
Yeah.
Because Paraguay was under a pretty strict dictatorship at the time, and anyone who wanted to play rock music, if you went out and played live, you just got a target on your back. So it wasn't as aggressive as, say, what happened in Cambodia. But you definitely, you did not want to show your face playing rock music, which was associated with counterculture in Paraguay. So they did not play live at all. So they were just these two brothers, loved music, but basically just spent all their time in their little homemade studio.
In the paint shop.
Inhaling paint fumes.
Sure.
Next door.
Good influence on the music.
Their first album is fascinating. It was like a private pressing. There was only 300 copies when it first came out. That one is very different than what we just heard. Yo Pienso en Ti was a single they made, and they kind of shipped it outside of Paraguay, again, for political reasons, and they got it signed in EMI in Argentina, and it reached number 2. And then EMI liked the success of it, and so British EMI requested that they record the first verse in English so they could try and sell it to their audience. And if you listen to their first record, they had recorded songs in English before, so it wasn't like a ridiculous ask, so to speak. But yeah, I love. I went down a deep rabbit hole after I found this song. I would love for us to do a whole episode on IOD, or Yodi as their first name was.
Nice. Yodi. Yeah. I definitely am going to look into that and try to get them into my playlist here sooner than later. That was brilliant. A brilliant track. How did those respective nations do at the recent World Cup we had? Norway was brilliant on the shoulders of superstar Erling Haaland. Super celebrity lost, too. Yeah, big they personality, lost. big athlete, big everything. He's just amazing. Yeah, and he's a lovable giant. Yeah, gentle giant. They call him. Yeah. He just has such an infectious teddy bear personality. Yeah. And the picture of him getting off the plane from America after visit, because they were in Texas most of their time, and he had a taxidermy raccoon under his arm. That. Yeah, that became a meme rapidly. That's wallpaper material.
And Norway, a very, very honorable World Cup. They lost in the quarterfinals to England. They could have easily won that game.
They could have. That was anybody's game, wasn't it? Yeah.
And Paraguay did decent as well. They made it to the round of 16, had a tough loss or tough matchup and lost to Argentina, which, if we're being honest, they never looked like they were going to win that game, but they fought valiantly.
Yeah.
They did IOD proud.
Yes. And vice versa. All right, so now we're coming down to our final 2-pack here, and we are going to start off with Iran's Gagouche and her track Caribe Ashina.
تو از شهر غریب بی نشونی اومدی
All right, there you have it. That's Alexi Laws with Crash. Oh my God, I had a hard time keeping a straight face through that one. Yeah, best known as the iconic red bearded defender for the U.S. men's national team during the 1994 World Cup. Of course, we saw him as a commentator for the 2026 World Cup. If you had Fox, he released Crash on his 1996 solo album, Far From Close. I had no idea that this man put out any kind of music whatsoever until today. Did you know this, Funny Bone?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, you knew he. Did you know that his band, the Gypsies, actually opened for
I
Hootie and the Blowfish?
I didn't, but man, I don't know. Those concert goers certainly got their money's worth.
Yeah. I have to do a little further, deeper research, or else I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight. To find out who played that lead solo, whether it was him or not. It's just, I got to say, I got to hand
Probably
it to the
Darius
guy.
Rucker.
To be able to do kind of respectable, power pop 90s CD. Also, I read somewhere that the CD was very interactive. It had like QuickTime videos and other stuff on it too, which was like a big thing when multimedia CD-ROM combined with audio CDs back in the 90s. I remember that being a thing. So you got to hand it to him to be able to put out that level of pop sounding music and perform it and open for Hootie and the Blowfish and play at the level that he played at too. It's for soccer, pretty impressive, I think, when you consider that. Before that, though, we heard Gagoosh, who I discovered, and that was a tune called Caribe Ashina, Familiar Stranger, recorded prior to the 1979 revolution. It was one of her signature tracks, part of the golden age of Iranian pop music, pre-1979. After 79, female solo singing was banned in Iran, forcing Gagoosh into a 21-year period of musical silence. And then she made a triumphant comeback. I guess she negotiated some truce with the administration over there. She came back in 2000, did not perform in Iran, but globally went on a world tour. I guess they let her out of the country to do this. Somebody, maybe she convinced the cultural ministry that it would be good promotion for the country. Who knows? I don't know the details of it, but she performed for a while. I don't know if she still does or not. Amazing arrangements, amazing music. It reminded me a lot of a lot of the music. Her records remind me, they're very close to like Bollywood music, like classical, like Lata Mangeshkar and sort of Shankar Jaikishan, if you're familiar with any of those big, 50s and 60s Bollywood movies out of India, had a lot of, South American, Latin influence, Spanish music influence, like, flamenco and things like that and even bossa nova and things like that made their way into Bollywood music. So you get a lot of the same sort of influences blended with the sort of Iranian folk music, and top-notch production, arrangements. Like the flute in that is just so mesmerizing. The bass lines. I just made a whole playlist of Gagoosh and listened to that for like a week straight. Just got lost in it. It's wonderful music. It's really a great discovery I made for myself there. How well did Iran do in the World Cup? Well, it turns out 3 draws in their group play. 2-2 against New Zealand, 0-0 against Belgium, 1-1 against Egypt. 3 points, not enough to get to the knockout stage, though. And how did the U.S. do? We already discussed that. Lexi Lalas, to say the least, was almost in tears.
Well, he was sensational on the broadcast.
Yeah, he was very disappointed with the U.S. that the way they exited the World Cup. He was not happy about it.
Him and I both, Sooltime.
Yeah. Well, there's always next World Cup 4 years from now, 2030. We have that to look forward to. And
maybe we'll have Hootie and the Blowfish do the halftime show
instead of Justin Bieber, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's time, Funnybone, to look at the poll. And let's see what's going on with that, if I can call that up. Ah, yes, here it is. The feel-good story of World Cup 2026. Cape Verde comes in at 50%. England's third place finish, 0%. Erling Haaland and the Viking rowing, 25%. Scottish Tartan Army loves Boston, tied with Erling Haaland at 25%. So the winner is Cape Verde, which I'm not surprised that won this poll. Such a tiny country to even make it to the World Cup was miraculous. And then on top of that, to give such a feisty, entertaining performance, it was amazing. What an amazing story. I think that might be the highlight for me, was the Cape Verde performance at the World Cup. One of the many highlights, but it's up there. It's up there for sure. Funnybone, any last words at the World Cup or music in general?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit of post-World Cup blues.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so much beautiful football, so much to be excited about day to day, especially that group stage where, I mean, we were spoiled. 3 to 4 games a day, and I get the argument for club soccer, how it's, usually if we looked at it as a science, club soccer, it's going to be the best the sports played. But for me, for my money, nothing beats the just raw emotional energy of international soccer. And this World Cup did not disappoint. And it was also a segue for us to discover some brilliant tracks.
Yeah,
an excuse
absolutely.
for us to tie in some of the things we love, and I think that's one of the big things that came out of the World Cup this time around. Yeah. I just saw so much just cultural tie-in, sharing cultural love, and that's the real American spirit, right?
That's
just
the real world spirit too.
Pot.
I think you can call all these organizations corrupt, and
they are,
and they are, but I would take FIFA's corruption over all the other crap that's going on in the world.
Amen.
I'd rather people unite, get together, and have a cookout, or actually get together and watch football and get excited about just top-notch competition. And I always thought that it's the only hope. Sometimes I see that as the full. Same with the Olympics. It always breaks my heart when there's a nation that boycotts the Olympics, doesn't go because of political reasons. It's like the athletes didn't ask for that. They think of how hard these athletes, these young people, work to get where they are, and how hard these teams work to perform on the world stage and to just bring all these people from all over the world into one place for a
it's
few
just
weeks.
a reminder that all the world politics is just a veneer. It's a smoke screen. When
Yeah.
people actually get together, it's just love and joy.
Exactly. Yep. That's basically it. And that's ending to episode 44 on a high note, I'd say. And I'm looking forward to doing a few more episodes this summer before the school year starts back up and things get insane. So, Funnybone, why don't you sign us off tonight? And before you do, I'd like to thank everybody who showed up in the chat tonight and hung out with us despite some technical difficulties. We sure do appreciate it. Funnybone, what do you say to the good people?
Get out, folks.
Get out those old records, those old gramophone records, the ones we used to play so long ago. What if they sound scratchy? The tunes really were catchy, and especially those that said, I love you so. I used to beg you over and over just to set the wedding day, to get you quotable, bring my portable, and melt your heart away with all those old records, those old gramophone records, the ones we used to play so long ago.
Get out those old
All the ones about moon,
those old
and the ones about June, I
the
know.
ones we used to play so long ago.
Oh, do-de-oh-do.
What if they sound
Songs of Sally and Kate,
the tune
and the rusty old gate.
and especially those that said I love you
Listen, hit your coo, hit your coo.
I used to beg you over and over just to set the wedding day.
to get me quotable. You bring your portable to melt my heart away.
With all those old records, those old records, the ones we used to play so long ago. Toy-o, toy-o.
Here we go. Remember all the songs about Sister Kate?
Kitten on the keys in the garden gate.
Yes, Southern Fried Chicken and dear old Mammy.
Take me right back to Alabama.
I used to beg you over and over just to set the wedding day, to get you quotable, I'd bring my portable, and melt your heart away with all those old,
They were wonderful records,
those